Hello everyone, it's Anam Fatma, the Commonwealth Scholar 2020, and in this video, I'm going to guide you about the Commonwealth Scholarship for least developed countries and fragile states. Commonwealth scholarships are awarded by Commonwealth Scholarship Commission. The Commonwealth Scholarship Commission came into being in 1959 by the Act of Parliament. To date, the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission has awarded over 27,800 scholarships. The CSC is an executive non departmental public body sponsored by the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office. FCDO is a lead department and main sponsor, funding awards exclusively for candidates from low and middle income countries. The Department for Education is also one of the sponsors of Commonwealth Scholarship Commission. The CSC aims to support innovators and leaders of the future from across the Commonwealth and attract outstanding talent to Prudence University to combine sustainable development with the UK national interest. The thing to remember here is the aim of the CSC is to combine sustainable development with the UK national interest. Further, candidates for CSC awards must be nominated by their national agencies or other bodies recognized by the CSC, for example, local universities or non governmental organizations. So, your nomination should be sent through your local nominating agencies. Further, in considering nominations for awards, the CSC applies criteria. Number one, academic merit. Number two, quality of their study proposal. And third, development impact of candidates' proposal. So you will have to focus on three things. First is your academic merit. Second, your study proposal. And third, the likely development impact of your proposal. The Commonwealth Scholarship Commission currently makes new awards under 8 different categories, and Commonwealth PhD scholarships for least developed countries and fragile states is one of them. Further, we will discuss about the Commonwealth PhD scholarships for least developed countries and fragile states. Before going to other details, it is important to understand what is the main reason and what is the motivation behind awarding these scholarships. So, the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission is offering this award under 6 development themes: science and technology for development, strengthening health system and capacity, promoting global prosperity, strengthening global peace, security, and governance, strengthening resilience and response to crisis, access, inclusion, and opportunity. And you must apply for the scholarship under one of these 6 themes. So, you should prepare your application and plan of your research based or under the umbrella of these 6 development themes. You have to pick one of them and then you have to make your application. Further, to assess if you are eligible for the scholarship, you can find the eligibility criteria on the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission's website. I have also stated these criteria in my slides. So, the first criteria is you should be a permanent resident in an eligible Commonwealth country. You should be available to start your academic studies in the UK by the start of the UK academic year in September or October 2021. You should have a relevant postgraduate qualification. You should not be registered for a PhD or an MPhil leading to a PhD at a UK university before September 2021. This means that you should not have already applied or been registered or should not have submitted your fees for the first year or something like that to apply before applying for Commonwealth Scholarship Commission, because if you have already registered in previous years, you are not eligible to apply for the scholarship in 2021. not have commenced and be currently registered for a PhD or an MPhil leading to a PhD in your home country or elsewhere. You should not be a PhD scholar already, and should not be in the process. Next, you should have a potential supervisor from at least one UK university listed in your application form. It is an important point for your application to be considered for shortlisting. You should have a potential supervisor, and you have to have the acceptance of a potential supervisor, as that will be listed in your application form. And you should be able to provide all the documentation required, and you should be unable to afford to UK study in UK without this scholarship. The eligible countries for the Commonwealth PhD scholarships for least developed countries and fragile states is given on your screen. To make your application for the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission, you have to go through your nominating bodies. Each year, the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission invites selected nominating bodies to submit a specific number of nominations. So, you have to send your nomination through your national nominating bodies. Applications will be considered according to the following selection to the given selection criteria: academic merit, quality of the plan of study, and potential impact on the development, as we have discussed earlier. The deadline to submit your online Commonwealth scholarship application is 16 general. The deadline to submit your online Commonwealth scholarship application is on 18 January 2021 at the latest. And for the deadline of your nominating bodies, you should consult with the relevant department of your nominating bodies. Their deadline will be different or can be different from the CSC's deadline. Now comes the main question: how to apply for your Commonwealth scholarships? To apply for your Commonwealth scholarship, you have to carry out three processes simultaneously. Which three processes? Number one, your proposal and potential supervisor. Second, related to your nominating agencies. Third process, the process of your Commonwealth scholarships online application. So you have to do these three jobs at the same time simultaneously. You should be focusing on these three things side by side. Now I will explain these three processes in details. First, let's discuss about your proposal and potential supervisor. Before applying for your Commonwealth scholarships, when you make your mind that you will apply for a Commonwealth scholarship, you should first write a study plan or your research objective. You should have a study plan or a objective in mind for your doctoral research. If you don't have a plan, written plan or outlined plan yet, you should be at least clear on your objectives, research question or research interests. So you should be aware that about what do you want to do in your doctoral research. Then if you are clear about your area of interest or question of study, then you should then next you should go for your potential supervisor. You will have to find a potential supervisor with whom your research interests match, and then you will get her or his approval. So you will have to search for a supervisor that can accept you and will be willing to work with you on your research proposal or your research interest. Once you have find your supervisor, potential supervisor that is willing to work with you, the next step is you have to apply for admission in the university with which your potential supervisor is affiliated. So from the university you have searched your supervisors, or from the university he belongs to you, then you have to apply for admission. You have to make your application of admission to that university and the intended course you have decided with your potential supervisors. At this stage, you do not need to have an offer letter from any UK university, but you must apply for admission. So you will so once so if you get if you get selected provisionally, then you should have an offer letter from your university. So start preparing for that, and you should make an admission application and keep the receipt of your application submitted successfully, or the screenshot of the receipt that you have successfully submitted your application with you, and attach that proof that you have applied for admission with your Commonwealth scholarship application. Furthermore, in this process you will have to pay the admission fee for the course yourself. Commonwealth Scholarship Commission does not reimburse any admission fees paid for your admission application. So it's on you, you'll have to spend on that. And if you don't have the capacity to spend the money on your admission application, since the admission application fee will be in pounds, and in your currency, it might be very expensive for you, then you can ask your potential supervisor for the financial assistance. If there is any financial assistance available from the department or the university for admission application, if you can get the financial assistance for him or her, it would be helpful for you. Otherwise, Commonwealth Scholarship Commission does not help in this regard. So, the question, how to find a potential supervisor? I told you that you have to find a potential supervisor and get his or her acceptance. Then the main question is, how can we find a potential supervisor? How will you find a potential supervisor? So, I have explained, or I will explain the steps through which you can carry out the process. So first, please select a university of your choice. Select a university to which you want to go, which university you want to attend. Any university of your choice in the UK, definitely. Select a university, and then go to the department, to your relevant department. As you have already done with your master studies, you will have a specific department and research interest. Go to that, go to the website of, or page of the department from the university's website, and then you will have to explore the faculty members of that department. So once you start exploring the faculty members, go to their home pages, go to their publications, read their research interest, try to find out their research interest, find the persons that match with your research interest. Find supervisors whose research activities match with your research interest, or is related to your plan of study or your objective of study. Once you have shortlisted these potential professors that are related to your field, to your research study, then next step, you have to get their contact information from the university website. Keep in mind, you have to get their professional contact or professional email ID. Don't go for their personal email addresses. If you find them anyway, don't go for that. You should have their professional, or the university, or their workplace email addresses. Once you get their contact information, you are clear about your research question, then you should start writing to the supervisor. Write an email to your supervisor, to supervisor you want to have, and showing your interest to work with him, her, and why do you want to work with him or her, and what is your plan, and what are your strengths. Attach your CV, and write a good, precise and good email to contact the professor. My opinion is, and my suggestion would be, to first research or read about how to write a good proposal. Do a good homework on that. Write a good proposal that will increase your chances of a positive response from the prospective supervisor. If you go for the emails without your homework, you will face plenty of no responses or negative responses. So you should homework well before you write to a supervisor, to get maximum chances of a positive response. So keep that in mind. Search well, research well, research about the supervisor, his research interests, and how to write the email, effective email, to your prospective supervisor. You should do a lot of homework on that. Again, remember, you really need an acceptance of a supervisor to get a chance to win the award. So try again, try again, try well. If you get a negative response or no response, don't feel disappointed. Go for it again. Go for other supervisors. Don't bother one person again and again. Search for another one. Search another university. Search for another potential supervisor. If you get a negative response from one, you will definitely get a positive response from anyone at least. So select more than one universities. Don't stick to one university that I will go to this university, otherwise I won't go to it elsewhere. Don't do that. Don't keep that attitude. It's shortlist more than one universities. Search for the prospective supervisor in more than one university. And if your study relates to more than one departments, go for more than one departments. And patiently and be determined and find a supervisor. You need a supervisor. I have quoted some links from where you can get the list of partner universities with the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission, and I've also given the Times Higher Education link. You can from this link you can get to know which are the top ranked university in the UK among the world universities. So if you want, if you're conscious about that, you want to apply to topmost universities, you can get the information from this website. Again, as I mentioned earlier, you have to carry on three processes simultaneously. So, while you are searching for your supervisor and making arrangements to get her or his acceptance, meanwhile, you also have to send an application for the nomination to your concerned nominating agencies. You can get the list of your national nominating agencies and selected university or university bodies from the Commonwealth Scholarships website. Uh, I have also given the link through which you can get to know your nominating agencies. There are more than one nominating agencies. If there are more than one nominating agencies for your country, you'll have to decide through which nominating agency you can and you will send your nomination. Apply through one nominating agencies, because Commonwealth Scholarship Commission does not accept nominations from more than one nominating agency. So you'll have to select one nominating agency, stick to that nominating agencies, and try to send your nomination through that nominating agencies. You can't send your nominations through more than one nominating agencies. So while you are selecting for your searching for your potential supervisor and making your application for nomination to your nominating agency, you should also start filling out your Commonwealth Scholarships online application. To fill your Commonwealth Scholarships online application, first you will have to register on the form site, on which the form application form the Commonwealth Scholarships is uploaded. The link is also available on the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission's website. I've also and given the link in my video as well. You can find the links in the description box. The read-only copy of Commonwealth Scholarship Application 2020 is also available in the description box below. You can find the whole application form in one piece that was uh, filled out in 2020, and you can use that application form for your reference. While you are filling your application online, all the sections of the form does not become visible. Only the part you are filling becomes visible. You can't go ahead and skip any section and fill out the next section and then you can come back to the previous section. This option is not available. You the form will move to next section only when you have already completed your uh, current section. So if you want to have a look at the entire application form, you can have a look at this, the sample copy, read only copy given on this link, available on this link. I have added the link in the description box. So after getting registered, you will have to fill all the sections of your application form, and please do remember to save your progress at each step, as you don't have to fill out your form at once. You can save your progress and can get back to it earlier and complete your remaining applications at the later time, but definitely before the deadline. So, in your Commonwealth Scholarship online application form, in the first step, you will have to select your nationality. Then you will have to give the name or select the name of your nominating agency through which you will be sending your, or you have applied for your nomination. Next, you will have to provide all your academic and professional record. In your academic record, you'll have to mention all your previous degrees, grades, and the name of the institutions, and the dates you attended the institutions. And if you have any distinctions, you should enter all the record. Then you'll have to enter your publications or any thesis you have supervised or you have done during your study, or all your research works, or if you have awarded any uh, distinctions or have any research awards and all that, you can find details in your application form. Then you'll have to enter your employment record. In your employment record, you will enter all your employments, even you have done any internships or assistantships or anything like that which comes under your experience related to your field, or even if that is not related to your field, you should enter all your professional record in this section. Give all your employment record. Even if you are working from home and doing your research, please enter that too. The next and the very important section is your references. Your application will become worthy and will become worthless based on your references. So give a good thought to it. Select three references. You have to select three referees to give a reference for you for your Commonwealth scholarship application. Select wisely. It's better if you can add the reference, but even it's best if you can add the reference or of your previous supervisors with whom you have done any research. Their reference will be considered the best and can contribute the most. Before giving their email IDs and names for the references, please do take permission from your referees for to use them as your references, to talk to them clearly and brief them in detail that why are you requesting them for references, what is the importance, or what would be the importance of their references for you, what is the Commonwealth scholarships. Guide them in detail about the process and how important are their references. Also guide them that they will have to submit their references online. You will have tell them that you will give their email address to the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission, and the CSC automated system will contact them or email them for their references. They'll have to fill out their references online and submit to the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission. You will not be part of this loop. They will not have to send you the nomination, but do ask them to save their responses or references with them. Please ask them to save their responses or their references with them. Do uh, I ask them to either take the screenshots or save the contents of the reference they are giving for you. You will need their references again if you are shortlisted initially for the Commonwealth scholarship. Like, important tip for me from me is that you should ask them to save their references. Also, sometime afterwards, please ask them to give their references in written on their official letterhead. Collect their references in written on an official letterhead. If you are selected provisionally, you will have to provide the scanned copy of their uh, references on their official letterhead with their signatures. So after 5 to 6 months, if you will ask them to rewrite your references, they might have forgotten what they have written, and you will have to go for them again. You will have to go through the entire process again. So while you are at it, get their online references as well as their written references for the future purpose, and keep them safe with you. The next and most important section of your application is the development impact of your plan of study. You'll have to tell the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission that what development impact your study will have. Commonwealth Scholarship Commission in the UK are funded by the UK Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office. An important selection criteria is the potential contribution that you will make to the international development if you are awarded a scholarship. So in the next section you will have to convince the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission that your plan of research or your study will contribute to the overall development of your society, your countries, or the countries across the world. So please write your research proposal in the context of the six development themes we discussed in the start. So your research study or your plan of research should be under the umbrella of one of the development themes, and it should have a development impact. In this section you will have to prove, and you have to justify the development impact of your research proposals through four different short essays. What would be these four essays? Let's discuss further. First, you will have to select which CSC theme you are applying under for your scholarships. So, as I told you earlier, you should apply under one of the six themes. So, you have to select a theme under which your research will lie. Then, you will have to select three sustainable goals, so sustainable development goals your study will be contributing towards. You will have to show that your research study will be contributing to achieve three sustainable development goals, and you will have to select by name these three sustainable development goals. For those who do not know about what the sustainable development goals are, the sustainable development goals or global goals are a collection of 17 interlinked goals designed to be a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all, for across the world. It is not the goals of one or two nations or a community. In fact, it is a goal for the to achieve for the entire world. The Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs were set in 2015 by the United Nations General Assembly and are intended to be achieved by the year 2030. So, your study is expected to contribute toward achieving these goals. They are included in a United Nations resolution. So you can assess how important it is to write your study plan in a context that they contribute towards the sustainable development goals. Sustainable You can see the different 17 sustainable development goals on your screen, some of which are no poverty, zero hunger, and good health and well-being. So definitely, if you are doing a good research, that will automatically contribute towards some of these sustainable development goals. Now is the time to flaunt your writing skills, or you have to improve your writing skills now, because you have to prove the development impact of your study plan. So in development impact part 1, you will have to write that how you propose study relates to development issues at the global, national and local level, and development issues connected to your chosen Commonwealth Scholarship Commission development themes and the wider section. So in this section, you will have to prove, or you will have to write how your proposed study can help resolve issues at global, national and local level. So you won't have to write a research proposal that will help the entire world. You can write a research proposal, you can write what will your research uh, help with resolving issues at your local level or your national level, and ultimately definitely it will contribute to the global resolution. Then you'll have to discuss how is your Commonwealth Scholarship Commissions your study is related to the one of the six development themes you selected under. So now is the time to write about how your study comes under the any of the six development themes. In your development impact part 2, you will have to write how you intend to apply your new skills and qualification when you return home. So CSC wants to know what will you do and how will you serve your community and your country and to the world when once you return after completing your doctorate and after completing your research. How do you intend to use that research to resolve the issues in your community and nationally and globally? For the development impact part 3, you will have to write what you expect will change in development terms following your studies, including the outcomes that you aim to achieve, the time frame for their implementation, who the beneficiaries will be. So again, they are asking you, after you complete your research, how will your study impact change the development bring change in the development terms? How will you use your study to bring development in your country or globally, and what outcomes do you aim to achieve with your study, and in what time frame you can expect to take place the developments related to your uh, field. Like if you are going to research for a vaccine or a medicine, how long will it take to get positive outcome of your research? So you'll have to give the time frame and who the beneficiaries will be. Main important things: who will benefit from your research, if the what is will be your target population of beneficiaries, the children or the patients or the students or your university or your economic department of your country, or whatever is your goal, and which department, which people and which field will benefit from your research. You will have to market that. So here you will be marketing your research topic, that how it can help in the development, what will be the time frame, and who would be the beneficiaries. So it's sort of marketing your research. In the development impact part 4, they need to know from you how they can measure the impact of your study, of your work, how they can uh, 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 measure the impact you have stated in part 3, how they can measure the real aspect of your all the aspects you stated in part 3, your time frame and your beneficiaries. How can they measure how can they measure that if that actually happened, that that someone actually got benefit? How best they can measure, how could they measure? You can state, if you're working on a medicine, then the number of persons getting healed can tell you the can tell you the from the number of percent healed, you can measure the effectiveness of your study, or from your number of students or number of organizations that would be benefiting from your research. So you can, here you will state the method or the procedure with which your research development impact can be measured, development impact of your study can be measured. So they want to know, basically they are asking you different questions to get to know how well you have homeworked your research proposal, how well you know your research question, how well you have crafted your plan of study, and how aware are you about your research question, research problem, and its development impacts. So with different essays, they are trying to measure your understanding of your topic uh, uh, before starting your study, and what do you expect after you study. So they are trying to assess your understanding, basic understanding of your own research proposal. In the subsequent sections, you have to write about your career plans. After discussing the development impact of your study, next section consists of your career plans. You will have to outline your personal development goals. You are expected to write how the award can help you in your professional and personal development, what skills you expect to gain through the award, and how revolutionary this opportunity can be for you, and how can you use this opportunity to change, to bring change, or to bring resolve the issues of your community and your nation. So in this regard, you'll have to write 3 essays. First, you will have to outline your objectives during the award. In this essay, you will have to show your determination, show your willingness, that what you how in how many various different ways you want to benefit from this opportunity. If you are given the opportunity to study in the UK, in the best universities of the UK, how will you seize the opportunity and take out the maximum from it? Apart from your research proposal and study, what else you would like to gain? What other skills, what other achievements you would like to have for you? What others impact, like if you are a faculty member here, what will you do? If you can write, you will go there and try to sign MOUs, or build connections for your department or for your university, so your students in your country can get benefit from it. Or you can get research linkages between your university or other universities. Or if you are professional from any other organizations, how can you benefit your organization? What do you actually achieve to learn apart from your studies? What other goals you have? What other targets you have, that you will learn this thing and this thing and this thing? How in how many multiple ways you can benefit from the opportunity. Then you will have to write your career plans 5 years following the award. In this section you will have to show your commitment to come back to your country and to serve it, and how you can use the skilled or skills or connections or whatever benefits you earn during your award. How can you transfer these awards to your community? Coming back to how can you use those opportunities or those experiences to improve your career and benefit your society, country, and all that. How do you see yourself in the 5 year after 5 years after your award? So in this section you will have to show your determination and your passion to improve your career. And if you're saying that I am teaching currently and when I'll get back I'll continue to teach, then they don't have much then they do not find much motivation to give you the award. If you are going to continue like this, whatever you are doing now, you will continue to do this in the future, then there is no good to give you this thousand of pounds award. So you should and you should have and you should show your determination to get the most out of your award. Third, you are expected to outline your long term career plans. Here, you should write about your ultimate goals for your future. For example, if you want to bring some revolution in your medical field or in your subject area, or you want to and build enough connections to develop an organization or charitable trust or anything like that, an organization after coming back to your country in the far future, you'll have to write about that. How do you want to see your future in to yourself in the far future, and what role award can play to help you achieve your ultimate goal? So you'll have to write that. In this section basically you will have to show your determination to excel in your career, to benefit your determination to benefit others from yourself, and your professional as well as your personal development and your personal grooming you want to achieve. Whatever your goals, whatever your goals are, you should write them elaboratively. So here you are marketing your future plan. So write your application like you're marketing yours. Have Get the marketing skills and write your application as you are marketing yourself, your study, your career plans. You have to market them. The next section is the proposed study in the UK. Here comes now in this section you will use your the preparation you made in the start of your whole process, where I told you to start your preparation through selecting the universities you want to apply in and search for your potential supervisor. So now is the time to write down and use that homework you did earlier. So in this section you will have to mention the name of the universities, your three choices. You'll have to give three choices for your universities, and again, and obviously the name of the course you want to attend in each of the three universities, the subject you want to study in these three universities, and the topic and title of research you would be doing in that university. Yeah, you don't have to use the same title or topic in all the three university. It can be different, or it can be related, or it can be entirely different, but your application will be shortlisted considering your first choice of university. So what those so write your main study plan in your first choice of university, and your main potential supervisor or prospective supervisor as a first choice, please. Because if you are given a award, you will be given the award for your first choice most probably. Other variations can also exist, but usually you will be considered for your first choice. So write down the names of course, subject, whatever it asks in the application. And then you'll have to write the institution name, proposed supervisor name, and the email address of the proposed supervisor. So here comes if you have already taken the permission of your supervisor that to fill out your, to give your acceptance through the online application system, you can write his or her email address in your application, and do intimate him or her that he'll have to fill out the online uh, online request sent by the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission, asking them if they accept you as your they accept you, they accept, whether they accept to be your supervisor or not. So they'll also have to respond to an automated email. So also inform them and ask them to fill out once you have sent your emails. Then you'll have to write, there will be a section and you'll have to write why you have selected these three institutions. Why not other institutions? So you'll have to justify, or you don't have to justify, you just have to state the reason of your choice. That can be anything. If you like some university, or because it is a top ranked university, or you just or it could, the reason could be that the course you want to study is just being taught in that university, or whatever your reasons are. State the reasons why you have selected these three institutions. What is your motivation? Next, you'll have to tell them that if you have made any contact with these three institutions or any of these institution. The contact means if you have applied for admission, if you have contacted them for your offer letter, or you have contacted the professor from that university to be your proposed supervisor. What in whatever regard you have contacted any of these three universities, you will have to write that. And then you will have to write the details of the contact. While writing the detail of the contact, please just add the necessary details. Don't go into unnecessary details that will give a negative impact to your application. So just write only the necessary details which you should tell in your, you should state in your Commonwealth scholarship application. Further, you also have to check whether you have got your acceptance from your supervisor or not, from any of these. If you have mentioned three different supervisors, here you will tell if you have got the acceptance of any or all of these three supervisors. And then you will be asked if you have prepared your study plan in conjunction with your supervisor or university. Then you will have to say yes or no. And if you have discussed your plan with your supervisor, what were the details of your discussion? So again, only give the details you would that are necessary to be given. Don't add unnecessary details. How you contacted them, you said hello and he said hi. Don't add such details in this section. Only detail main, precise, and all the details that should be written in your application. Be precise. So then after you have given all the information in your Commonwealth scholarship application, you will have to move to the next part, which is the your study plan decided in conjunction with your supervisor. In the next section, you will have to write your research outline and detailed plan of your research. Invest good time on this section because it is one of the key factors on deciding on the award. I would suggest to write your research proposal in conjunction with your supervisor. It will improve the quality of your essay and it will enhance the chances of your selection. Discuss your study plan and research outline thoroughly with your supervisor. After writing your research plan, get it checked by your supervisors. Ask him or her to make any changes or suggest you to add or deduct or subtract anything from your research plan. You'll have to explain your research topic in two different essays. One is your research on outline, which is of around 250 words, and the second is your detailed plan. So research outline is more like synopsis of your plan, and in your detailed plan you will give all the necessary details of your research plan, your research question, your references to the key literature, design and methodology, and potential significance of the study. In research outline you will discuss these things briefly, and in detailed plan you will give all the necessary details of all these portions. So you should uh, I will emphasize, you should write your research plan in conjunction with your supervisor to get a better result. In the next section, you will have to give your personal statement and your voluntary and leadership experience. Now is the time to market yourself. Now is the time to market your skill. Now is the time to market your abilities. In this section, the CSC wants to judge if you are eligible to carry on the award, if they should give you the award if you have enough determination, if you are enough hardworking, if you have the quality to resolve problems, or uh, you can carry on and after if you can, after the award you can you can carry on the benefits for yourself and for the others in your community. So in this section they are going to judge your personal abilities. So write it well, market yourself well. What are you capable of? If you are hardworking, you are very determined, you are very sociable, so you write that in detail. Furthermore, they want to know if you are able to benefit others from your opportunity. You they want to know if you can how fruitful and beneficial you can be for your society and your country. They will be giving the scholarships to to the person, to one person, but they expect to benefit thousands to that one person. Keep in mind that they don't have enough scholarships to cover all the people in your country, so they will be giving you the scholarship and they will expect to benefit thousands through you. So they want to judge if you have that ability, if you can deliver after receiving the award, if you can deliver in your society, in your country, and you can deliver it globally. If you're not eligible to deliver after receiving, you are certainly not the choice. So you'll have to market how determined you are to serve, how hardworking you are, how if you will be able to complete your doctoral study, or you will run halfway, midway, that I can't do it, I don't have the stamina, or I can't bear this anymore. If you have if they judge such attitude, they will definitely not select you. They would like to have determined and hardworking personals that can uh, so simply I can say, their investment don't go to waste. They want to select such persons on which their investment don't go to a waste. So market yourself well. This in this section again, you will be marketing yourself, your skills, your ability, and your passion to deliver. So this is all the essay here. All the writing finally ends. After that, you will have to attach all the required supporting document with your applications. Please get a good scanned copy of your documents with all the necessary detail visible on it. If you are attaching a passport, your passport number, details, date of birth, all should be visible. If you are attaching your transcripts, your grades, or your okay, all the details of your transcript should be visible. Attach good copies so they don't have to bother asking you, because they might not bother asking you. And if you have the offer letter, well, you can attach it. And if you don't have an offer letter yet, you don't have to worry about that. You can simply attach your proof of application of admission with your application, and they will ask you for your offer letter once they you have initially shortlisted for the award. So attach all the required documents in a good quality. By the end of your application, you will find a survey. It's a small survey asking you some of the questions, and then you will also be asked if you want to send request to your referees and potential supervisors to fill in your references through an automated online system. So if you check yes, you want to send your request now, the system will automatically send the uh, request to your referees and your potential supervisor to fill in for you. Provide the valid email addresses, and best way is to ask personally your referees whether they have received the email from Commonwealth Scholarship Commission or not. One important thing to remember is that when you have sent your emails to the automatic system, you should ask them to check their inboxes, also their junk boxes, because sometimes the automatic emails from Commonwealth Scholarship Commission land in the junk box, and your referee would not be able to see that. So also direct them to check their inboxes and their spams or junk boxes once you have selected yes and sent your request for references. Also again remind them that they have to submit their references before the deadline given to them in the request. And so tell them again how important that award is for you, and pursue them to fill your references on time. Then, after completing your Commonwealth Scholarship Commission application, get prepared for the selection process of your nominating body and the university you have applied for admission. Definitely, the university will have its own criteria for admission, and you have to secure admission for your Commonwealth Scholarship. Otherwise, you won't be awarded the scholarship even if you are shortlisted. And you if you are shortlisted and you don't have an admission, I think your award will be in danger, and won't be you might not be awarded. I'm not sure about this. So prepare for the test or aptitude test or interview your university might take, and also the shortlisting criteria of your nominating body. If they are going to shortlist to your aptitude test or interviews, prepare for them well so you can proceed with your application. As a reminder, Commonwealth Scholarship Commission does not require IELTS or GRE tests, but you will have to prove your English proficiency to your host institution, and they might require any English proficiency test or any aptitude test. You should check your university website for all the admission requirements. Uh, CSE does not accept direct IELTS or GRE test results. You will have to do that for your university you are applying for admission. Thank you, that was all. If any one of you have any questions, if there are any queries outstanding, you can ask them in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer them to the best of my knowledge.